picture this. You're watching like a live news broadcast of a massive hurricane, right? The wind is just screaming. It's pitch black outside, yet the camera smoothly zooms right in on a street sign. It's perfectly in focus, perfectly stable, and brilliantly colored. Have you ever wondered how they actually pull that off?
Yeah, because a standard camera in those conditions would just be a shaky, blurry mess.
Exactly, which is our mission for this deep dive. We are looking at the specs for some extreme broadcast technology, specifically the Bolin technology SD530HW, which, by the way, retails for nearly $6,000.
Right, so it's definitely not your average consumer gear.
No, I mean, looking at the sheer physical engineering here, it's rated to survive total dust and water immersion, industrial level C5 corrosion, and the sealed housing is actually pumped full of nitrogen gas, which sounds more like a Mars rover than a camera to me.
It really does. But, that nitrogen feature is actually a great example of how you have to engineer around extreme weather. So if you stick a camera in a freezing storm, the sudden temperature drop causes condensation.
Oh, right, the lens would just instantly fog up.
Exactly. But by filling that sealed housing with nitrogen gas, you displace all the oxygen and moisture inside. There's literally no water vapor left to condense.
So the glass just stays perfectly clear no matter the temperature. Wow. And I see it's rated to maintain steady operation in 60 meter per second winds. Wait, 60 meters per second is like over 130 miles an hour?
Yeah, it's literally hurricane force.
But if this camera is mounted on a pole, I mean, the pole itself has to be violently swaying at those speeds. How does it not just look like an earthquake on screen?
Well, that's why physical weatherproofing isn't enough, right? The camera features a first-of-its-kind mechanical roll axis adjustment of up to 15 degrees.
Wait, what does that mean exactly?
So when the wind physically shakes the mounting pole, internal motors actively tilt the lens in the exact opposite direction to compensate for that swing.
Oh, that's wild. So it's physically fighting the wind.
It is. And paired with their Super and Super Plus digital stabilization modes, it effectively isolates the optics from the violent environment. It keeps the horizon completely level for you, the viewer.
Okay, so it survives the wind and stops the shaking. But, I mean, none of that matters if the storm knocks out the power grid and you can't see anything. Now, looking at this price tag, $6,000. My $50 doorbell camera has night vision. What exactly are broadcasters paying for here?
Well, your doorbell gives you that grainy, ghostly green image,
Right. Yeah, like the classic night vision look.
Which is fine for seeing if a package arrived, but broadcasters need true-to-life color, even in the dark. And Bolin uses a feature called ICR on color.
ICR on color. Got it. And what makes that a $6,000 feature?
Normally, if you physically remove a camera's infrared cut filter to let in maximum light at night, the resulting image just washes out into a strange off-color mess.
Right, because it's pulling in invisible light.
Exactly. But this camera has a Sony Starvis second sensor that uses advanced algorithms to separate the infrared light data from the visible light data in real time. It effectively paints vibrant, accurate color back onto the artificially brightened image.
So you're actually getting full-color video in near total darkness. That's incredible. Though with a 30x optical zoom, you'd think the lens would be constantly like hunting for focus in low light, just blurring in and out.
In a cheaper camera, it absolutely would. But here, the advanced autofocus calculates the zoom and focus simultaneously.
Wait, at the exact same time?
Yeah, it doesn't need to guess or pulse to find the subject in the dark. It just snaps into sharp focus the moment it zooms.
Okay, so we have perfectly stable, sharp, full-color video in the middle of a dark hurricane. But who is actually controlling the pan, tilt, and zoom if it's way too dangerous for a human operator to be outside?
So that brings us to the brain inside the brawn. There's a software protocol integrated into the camera called FREED.
Free, like F-R-E-D.
Yes, it's a data standard heavily used in virtual reality and augmented reality production. It tracks the exact spatial positioning of the camera.
Oh, so like where it's pointing, its tilt, its zoom level.
Exactly, and it streams all of that data over IP with ultra-low latency.
Ah, so it's acting almost like a robotic director mapping out its physical space.
That is a perfect way to look at it, because the software knows exactly where the camera is and how it's moving. Broadcasters can automate incredibly complex operations.
So it just tracks things by itself.
Right, the camera can intelligently lock onto and follow a targeted object entirely on its own. A human operator doesn't need to sit thousands of miles away fighting a joystick, trying to guess how to keep a moving subject in frame.
So the software just handles the mechanics smoothly.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is the ultimate intersection of rugged, military-grade hardware and virtual reality-level software.
It really is. Which leaves you with an interesting question to consider.
Oh, what's that?
Well, as cameras become increasingly intelligent, automated, and capable of operating flawlessly in extreme environments using protocols like Freed, how long until human camera operators in live broadcasting are entirely a thing of the past?
Man, it really makes you wonder. The next time you're watching that flawless, zoomed-in shot of a hurricane in the pitch black, just remember, there might not be anyone standing behind that lens at all.